got it off the back of his foot. He's really letting the toe of that club release. And we're getting this nice run out, and it's acting almost like a putt here. Very nice. Hit it, nice. So let's slow down a little bit. So when we take our practice swings in between, you know, when we're practicing, you know, it might be the mental practice or it's actual physical practice like we're doing right now. We just hit one after another, hit one after another. I like to get a routine developed where we kind of take I like to look at the ball, look at the hole as I'm taking my practice strokes, and I know we're hitting to the same target, so you already know how hard to hit it to it. But before I hit, I'm going to look at the target. As I'm looking at it, I'm taking my practice strokes and I'm trying to visualize that feel that I got that ball, and I'm just soft tossing it to my target. And again, and then I'm going to find out as well when I'm doing this, what's the grain doing? Because it's going to either go into me, it's going to go with me, or it's going to be a little combination of the both. So I'm kind of finding out how this is going to act before I get in there. Then I can go ahead and get in there and be confident with I know how that's going to act, rather than just get in there and just hit. But again, I know we're hitting a bunch from the same line, so you already know what it's going to do. So let's go ahead and hit this next shot. So we're going to add just a little bit more height to the shot. So I just want to make sure we still record in here. So by adding a little bit more height, or to add a little bit more height, all we're going to do is move that ball. Perfect. All we're going to do is move that ball just a smidge up in the stance. So we're going to set up the same narrow stance. Got my hips open and my feet just slightly open to my target line. But before we hit this one, the way to get the height on this one, opposed to that last one we just hit, was that club face is going to be pointing towards the sky now. So I'm going to try to really make sure I get that thing sliding under, rather than before when we actually let that thing roll over and release more. So it's going to be kind of a hold off, and we're going to kind of get a mid to high trajectory. Definitely higher than the last one, but not a flop. Not a flop shot. Not going to be a, you know, roof it shot. We want to make sure we carry some speed through the shot. Very nice. Kind of sliding a little. Let's get ourselves a little bit tighter of a lie, and not as fluffy as a lie, so you don't keep running into that problem. You know? So it's kind of right there when we hit it. I think it's important to obviously accelerate through the shot and hit it with a crisp blow. And I think it's easier to do that if we take a shorter backswing and actually accelerate through our shot. Because then we don't have to try to match up the speed. I just kind of like to use the core. My arms don't really swing this chip shot. I turn away with my chest, and then I turn back through with my chest, and my arms are just kind of hanging there. And that way I really feel like I'm just, again, soft tossing it underneath, just kind of underhanding it. Feel how soft this ball's going to be. That thing's like 20 years old. Very nice. Let's move up on this collar here and see it look a little bit tighter, because we're definitely using the bounce edge. And I think that's important too, rather than setting that leading edge in and stopping the club, we're setting the bounce edge, right? And just moving the club right through that turf. You didn't even dig. You didn't even hardly take a divot. That's what we're looking for there. Just centeredness of contact is really important. I think people kind of get away from that. It's just trying to, let's back up here again. You know, it's just making sure we get that club on the golf ball first. A lot of people catch a lot of grass in between, or catch it thin. You know, catching that ball clean first is underrated, I really feel like. You know, a lot of people kind of don't put the precedent on that ball first. There you go. And that's got that little bit of more of a height to it.